Why, hello. I'm so glad that you stopped on by. I'm Taz, and this is Tazzz Reacts. I'm about to give you a music video reaction because that's what you came here for, right? Right. I hope that you're doing well. Tell me how you're doing down in the comments. I really, really care about my viewers. But I know that when you come to this channel, that means for a moment in time, you're giving yourself a break from whatever you were doing just to enjoy some music. So I am happy that you did that for yourself. The group that I'm going to react to is SIX60. The song is called Before You Leave. It's a live performance. This is the link that I was given because this is due to a Patreon Buy Me a Coffee song donation request, which goes out to the awesome, the amazing Shieldsy. Thank you so much, Shieldsy, for your support. I appreciate that. I've reacted to SIX60 a few times before. They're a really awesome New Zealand like pop rock band. I haven't heard this song because I never pre-watch anything, so I'm excited to hear what I'm going to hear. And then I always give you my honest perspectives and thoughts afterwards. There are many songs in my giant repertoire that I didn't like, and I tell you that because we don't all like every song out there in the world. Don't lie to yourselves. You know you don't. So we'll see what happens. I also want to thank my Fantastics up on screen. Down. Thank you for your added support. My Patreon, everybody's only $1 a month. So if you could help support the channel, I really would appreciate that. That's my low flat rate all the time. I'm not trying to take your whole paycheck. Support SIX60 if you haven't. Subscribe to their channel, please. Like and comment their song if you like it. If you're able to, purchase any music and or merch that they might have out there. Music does so many things for us. You may or may not know this, but music can help calm you down and lower the dopamine inside your levels. There's a saying called music soothes the savage beast, and that is true. It has been known to actually calm down animals, but also calm down humans, which we are in mammal form. So the power of music. So if you realize that, oh, you don't listen to music that much anymore or whatever, always try to insert it somewhere in your life. Even if it's when you're going to bed or, when you have that moment where you're pampering yourselves, like here, of course, you're going to listen to some music. But you know what I mean? You could put it on in the car when you're driving. You could put it on while you're cleaning the house. Don't take music for granted. It all the time rather, can change you for the better. All right. Now, I will shut the hell up. Let's hear what this song is all about. And like I said, I'll give my honest thoughts afterwards, okay? So hold on and wait until Tazzz reacts.
Run before you walk. Sing before you talk. Look until you see. Fly before you leave. Thought I was holding up the world, but I wasn't even standing. Looked down and I was empty-handed. Oh, it wasn't till I felt the waves crashing all around me that I knew I was drowning. Run before you walk. Sing Looked down and I was empty handed. Oh, oh, it wasn't until I felt the waves crashing all around me that I knew I was drowning. Whoa, oh, 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 before you leave the ground, before you leave the ground, run before you walk, sing before you talk, look until you see, fly before you leave the ground.
So, what did you think about that song? I want you to tell me down in the comments. First, tell me if this is your first time hearing this song, yes or no. Did you like this song? What did you like about it? What did it mean to you? I love their sound. This might be the first time I've seen them sitting down, because I think the other times I reacted to them, they were live on stage and walking around and moving and stuff like that. So there's something about the stillness. I always refer to things in life as moments of stillness. And that's something that I want you to take with you and use that in your life. A moment of stillness, I call it, at least. You know how when like your day is chaotic and you're doing all this stuff and you feel like you're going to go nuts. Um, if you stand still, like literally stand still, but also metaphorically stay still in your brain, focus and realize what you need to do next. What's the priority, or what should you do? Are you able to put things on hold for a moment and just breathe? Just have a moment of clarity. Whatever that is, it's that moment of stillness. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Say that makes sense, Tazz. Also tells me you got this damn far in the video. Say that makes sense, Tazz. Um, I read that this song was inspired by the lead singer becoming a new father. So that's pretty cool. Well, I'm hoping it's pretty cool. What am I talking about? I don't have any kids. So I don't know what that feels like, but I figured if a song is inspired by having a kid, then maybe that's a good thing, because not everybody plans to be a father, but I don't know. Let me know the deets. It was a very engaging song lyrically because I brought up what I call the favorite lyrics. So let me bring them up on screen. So the favorite lyrics, which I have here, where did I put it? Da, 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 da. Oh, there it is. So this is the chorus. Run before you walk, sing before you talk, look until you see, fly before you leave the ground. What's interesting, so that's very, very interesting, because normally you have to do the other before you do the other. And this is the flip version of that. So like, wow, like don't walk and then learn to fly, start flying. So I take that as being like brave, like extra brave, like just, seizing opportunities and, just going for the gusto, like right at the beginning. So that is something that you could use in your daily lives personally, because sometimes things change. So that makes sense now that I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it now. When you become a father, I know that your life changes. You can't do necessarily things that you were going to do when you have a new kid. You might be able to do some things, but it depends. Like you might not be able to travel and go bungee jumping because now you're like a father. Maybe bungee jumping sounds a little bit more scary because you're no longer single and only worried about yourself. You now have another life that's relying on you. Um, so it could be that, like, seizing opportunities, taking chances and risks before you become like a father. But even if we put that part aside about father, like let's say there was no child involved and you were single or whatever the case may be, you still might want to sometimes take chances and seize opportunities. Tell me down in the comments, is there something in your life that you always wanted to do, but you kept putting it on the back burner, proverbial back burner, or you kept kicking the rock down the road, proverbially, and you just never did it? I can relate to one. I always wanted to go bungee jumping because I love that palpitation in my heart as far as like when I used to get on roller coasters. Another fun fact, I used to be a roller coaster enthusiast. I went to many different amusement parks and got on many of the most craziest roller coasters, front row, sometimes back row. Well, many times back row because back row is actually more fun because the weight of the whole coaster is pulling you over the hill, and it's more of a whip appeal. But I'm glad I did all the roller coaster enthusiast stuff because I can't go as much now to amusement parks. But I went so many times throughout my life up until I was in my 40s that I'm okay now not going. But I've never got to do bungee jumping. And now I don't know if I would go now. I might pull my whole lower regions off. So I didn't do that. I should have seized the opportunity, as it were, back in my 20s or 30s when I wanted to go, when I was more flexible, let's say, or whatever, to be able to do so. So think about that. If it's not too late for you to do something that you want to do, that you've been wanting to do, maybe seize that opportunity if you're able to. Or if it's a fact of you being scared, try to not be scared. I don't know how else to say it. Depending on what it is. If you want to share it out in the comments, please do so. I want this to be a channel where you're included. So please always talk down in the comments, even if you want to ask me a question, okay? Or even if you want to talk out loud and vent out loud and then read what you wrote, maybe that'll answer yourself. Who knows? Okay. But that's what I got about the song. So that makes this a relatable song. Do you agree on my thoughts or do you have another perspective? Because I would love to hear what this song means to you. So tell me, okay? Um, let me look back into what I'm calling next viewers comment spotlight. Every once in a while, I like to pull up a comment from a previous song that I reacted to from the same performer or musician and just give them a spotlight because I really, really appreciate my viewers. So, with the power of magic, all right. So, I pulled up a viewer's comment from when I did a reaction to the song Long Gone by SIX60, and this was last year. And the viewer that I have chosen is at Arlene Dash Crafter. And Arlene and that person, Arlene, that wrote great reaction, which I thank them and I thank you again now. I don't believe in coy speech or sugarcoating. If it is right, say so and get gone. As my mama says, crap or get off the pot. Monsters by Shinedown. It is my exercise playlist, and on the rare occasions that I hear it, I get angry. And today just happened to be the day it popped up. So, so there you go. Um, I also don't believe in sugarcoating. I'm pretty blunt. And some people like that about me, and some people don't. But I mean, here's the thing: the unfortunate truth, you can't always please everybody. Do you know how many millions upon billions of people there are in the world? Do you think everybody's going to always agree? You know, but I'm a blunt person. I'm not blunt mean. I'm blunt honest. Like I always tell my friends who've known me, I said, never ask me a question you don't want the answer to. And that's serious. So don't always ask me a question because I'll either choose not to answer it, or if I answer it, you may or may not like the answer. But I'm like, well, you asked the question. But anyway, enough of that. So yeah, thank you. So replayability meter wise, this is a song that I would listen to again and again and again, possibly put on my playlist. Drum rolls. Yes. Excuse me. I love the tone. I love the sound. Was that a ukulele he was playing? I think so because it was smaller, but I don't know. But it still sounded like an acoustic guitar. And excuse my voice. I say that because if you've been watching me for a while, I love the sound of an acoustic guitar, a good playing one, because it just takes me to a moment of serenity. It takes me to when I feel like I'm in the jungle, or in the forest, on a hammock, listening to some music, drinking some ice cold lemonade or whatever. So I had that vibe. So that was also a home run to me. But I just love, again, as I said, to reiterate, them having that moment of stillness. Nobody was moving. They were all sitting down and just vibing off the music played and the lyrics. And the lyrics were very powerful lyrics, as I described. Okay. So tell me if you agree. If you don't know what to say, but you want to say something to contribute, just do a little fire emoji in the comments to let me know that you got this far in the damn reaction and just to contribute. All right. So I appreciate that. All right. If you want to, can I do everything else? See, this is unscripted. Oh yeah. This is also the part of the show. I do a thumbs up pass if I like a song, thumbs down ass if I don't like a song. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Yes. If you want to see another song I reacted to from 660, then I want you to definitely check out over there. Thanks so much for stopping by, but thanks so much for giving yourself a break. All right. Because on this channel, you matter.